Hey guys, welcome to Pharmalytics. In today's video, we will discuss about a case study on a drug PSO-W8 and we'll do the comprehensive mapping of the competitive landscape. So I will give you the idea about this project. So basically the situation is a client is keen to understand the market potential of PSO-W8, a newly approved drug which is an asset, and it is an IL-23 mAb which is approved for the treatment of moderate to severe psoriasis. Now in this case study we have to understand the treatment algorithm, the competitive landscape, top competitors, key differentiators of IL-23 and the launch strategy the company should have to market this drug. So basically these are some kind of competitive studies, competitive intelligence projects which are handled by pharma companies. So you need to have a clear and crisp idea about how you will do such kind of projects. So moving ahead, let's go to the next slide. First of all, you need to understand what psoriasis is. Psoriasis is a skin disorder that causes skin cells to multiply up to 10 times faster than the normal rate. This makes the skin patchy. A red color, some red color of patches cover the skin with white scales. So basically, psoriasis starts appearing from the adulthood, but the level of psoriasis is different in different people. Like it is either mild, moderate, or severe. If the body surface area covered with those skinny patches is less than 3%, then it is mild. If the body surface area covered is 3 to 10%, then it is moderate. And if the body surface area covered with the skinny patches is more than 10%, it is a severe psoriasis. So first of all, we need to understand how the treatment algorithm of psoriasis would look like. So basically, for treating mild to moderate or moderate to severe, the first line of treatment would be treating with vitamin D analogs, retinoids, coal tar or corticosteroid. If treatment fails, then obviously the doctor will move the patient to second line of therapy, which includes methotrexate, cyclosporin and retinoids. Now here, if the second line of therapy fails and the patient moves to severe category of psoriasis, that is the body surface area covered is more than 10%, then the patient has to undergo treatment with biologics. Now there are several biologics which are available for treatment of moderate to severe psoriasis, like anti-tumor necrosis factor agents, TNF alpha inhibitors, IL-17 agents, and IL-23 agents. So these are some of the listed drugs. Like in 2020, 2004, TNF alpha entacept, then infliximab, adalimumab, likewise IL-12 and IL-23 inhibitor utskinzumab in 2009. Similarly, in 2015, 16 and 17, secukinumab, isquizumab and brodalumab, which are IL-17 inhibitors. And then came the guselkumab, riskinzumab, which are IL-23 inhibitors. And the client drug PSO-W8, on which our case study is based. So basically this is the treatment landscape and this is how you should prepare the treatment algorithm of any kind of disease. Now moving to the next slide, we'll see here the competitive landscape. So basically in the competitive landscape we need to show the clinical trial, the number of drugs available by different phases for treatment of moderate to severe psoriasis. Now this is the extract which we have got from clinicaltrial.gov, and we can see that the industry sponsored trials for moderate to severe psoriasis, in phase 1 we have one drug, in phase 2 we have 5 drugs, and in phase 3 we have about 16 drugs. So all these drugs have strong efficacy profile in inhibits the disease progression, safe and well tolerated, best in class of dosing, and best in class of administration. Now here you can see on the left hand side there is a table which says by company the different drugs which are having different kind of MOA. So this is the clear, and this will give you a clear and crisp idea of how to represent your data. The psoriasis drug market is rising due to the prevalence of psoriasis, and this has increased the usage of various pharmaceutical drugs and treatment across the world. According to WHO, the prevalence of psoriasis is about 11.43% globally, which makes it a serious problem. So, and the market is fairly consolidated with industry behemoths holding the major chunk of the market. So these are some kind of representations we have to use in our case study to map the competitive landscape. Now, moving ahead, we have to present the top competitors. For psoriasis, there are several players in the market who have captured the major market share. So here you can see we have captured the net sales of 2019, and AbbVie, which has two drugs, Humira generated about $3969 million, and Shikidzi riskinzumab, which has been approved in 2019 and it had generated $193 million. Johnson & Johnson has three drugs, Stelara, Remicade, and Termofia. And Novartis has its drug Cosentyx secukinumab, which has generated $3,551 million. So these are the top market players which have captured the major market share. Now these are some of the drugs which have distinguished MOA, their method of delivery, the dosing frequency, and side effect, which will help us to understand the drug profile. And the top competitors use certain marketing strategies. So what are the different marketing strategies? Number one is accelerated clinical development program. So all these companies, what they do is they try to complete pivotal clinical trials so as to prove the safety and efficacy level better for their drugs on treated patients. Establishment of segment. Now, expansion of talent base with significant category experience and demonstrated commitment to psoriasis. Like if they have a drug for psoriasis, the company sets up a new team which is expertised in marketing the psoriasis drug, which is expertised in the research and development of the psoriasis drug. So there is establishment of segment and market preparedness for the drug uptake. Like companies launch early access programs around the world and direct to customer advertising so as to increase the uptake of the drug by the patients. Now after completing the top competitors slide, we move to the next section, which is the key differentiators of IL-23. So basically in the case study, if you remember, we had to understand the key differentiators of IL-23 which will make our drug PSO-W8 stand out of the crowd. So we have to understand how IL-23 is good than other biologics. So basically these are some of the graphs which has been collected from various journals and conferences where we can see that IL-23 is performing better. In the first graph, it is taken from the Navigate study where 51% of patients show good results for PASI 90, which is a IL-23 inhibitor. In the next study, head-to-head trials showing that IL-23 is performing better than IL-17. And in the next chart you can see, which is a pooled analysis of phase 3 studies, that high response from the drug riskinzumab. So it shows that IL-23 is obviously performing better and the treatment is long-term control of psoriasis. So basically there are some advantages of IL-23 inhibitors like the improved PASI score. So PASI means psoriasis area severity index, then sustained drug effect, stability of response, prolonged disease control, a high safety profile, better dosing convenience, high level of response PASI 90 and PASI 100, so long injection intervals like guselkumab, which is 8 weeks injection, riskinzumab having 12 weeks period, then potential disease modifying effect. So we can see that IL-23 is having a better profile than all other biologics. Thus, we can differentiate IL-23, and this proves that the client's drug PSO-W8 will be a good differentiator for treating moderate to severe psoriasis. This is how we should present this slide. Now next is the launch strategy for PSO-W8. So basically this slide covers the points which will be required by the client company to launch their drug in the market. First of all, expand coverage targeting specialized physicians for psoriasis. So basically they should approach the HCPs, the KOLs for better drug uptake in the market, and they should design a pre-launch activity to drive early success, and build up a strong marketing team for PSOW8. So basically, the company has to set up a new team which will be dedicatedly focused on marketing the psoriasis drug. Prior authorization is the main utilization tool in psoriasis biologics within all payer types. Payer utilize both formulary tiers and step therapy to direct use of preferred brands before accessing other medications. So these are some of the strategies which the company should use. And the long-term strategies should be like establishing a dominant market share for PSO W8 in the psoriasis market, expansion of the indication like the drug IL-23 PSOW8 should not only be treating psoriasis but also should be able to treat other inflammatory disorders. Then the extension of brand through exploration of potentially rewarding but largely unproven opportunities. So basically, these are some of the important techniques by how the launch strategy can be modified. So that's all about the case study for PSOW8. I hope you liked this video and it has given you knowledge on how to prepare your case studies on certain points. We'll come up with more exciting videos for you. Till then, keep watching. Thank you. And do subscribe to this YouTube channel.